how I got the name. First of all, how many people know my history and how I got the name Captain Crunch? Can I see a raise of hands?
Speaking about
How many do know? Or
yeah, how many people know his story and how many people know his story?
I want to hear the story from you.
That's
Okay, you're gonna get it from
Yeah, so go ahead, Captain.
Okay, I'll start off by saying that I was kind of minding my own business, experimenting around with an FM transmitter. And I hooked an antenna to it, and I wanted to see how far I could transmit. So as I was driving around, I was listening to my music and discovered it had a range of about 5 miles. I went back home, and then I went on the microphone, and I says, if anybody could hear this station, call me at 264-1999. And so I got a call from this blind kid, Denny. And when Denny called me, he gave me a signal report, and I says, great, thanks for the signal report. So then I wanted to call, and I said, what's your number? And he gave me this number of 0045, and that number was a test number. He didn't want to give me his real number. So when I called the number, I got a tone. I called the operator up, and she said it was a special test number. About 2 weeks later, Denny called me up again and asked me if I wanted whether I was going to put it on the air permanently, and I said, no. I said, you're the guy that called me 2 weeks ago. He says, yeah. I said, but that number you gave me, what's that number? He said, it's a loop around number. What's that? And it was a test number. And he says, well, you work for the phone company? He says, oh no, I just know all about the phone company. I was just going to try to get a job at Motorola, so I had to make a lot of calls to Arizona. So I decided that maybe I should pay this guy a visit. I go over there, and he's blind, got a bunch of his blind kids in there, dark. The room was just dark as it can be because they don't need no light. They're blind. So this guy hooks up this organ to the phone line, and he hits this E key above middle C. He goes beep, ka-chink, and all of a sudden it's just this dead silence. And then he he bangs out the number on his organ, and it makes a long distance call. Wow, cool. I need to know how to do that. So I was given the frequencies, but I was given the frequencies not as 700, 900, 1100. I was given the frequencies as keys on a piano. So what I did was I went home and immediately built the blue box. I had one built in probably 35 or 40 minutes. At least I had a 6-button oscillator. I had to put 2 of them at the same time to mix the numbers because I didn't have a diode matrix built yet. And I went to my piano and used my perfect pitch to find the frequencies and tuned it up, hooked it to the phone line, and dialed an 800 number, and oh my God, it worked. And I could call any number, and then later I called Denny back up, and I says, Denny, this thing works. What did you do? I said, I built my own. How could you build your own? I says, I thought you needed an organ. No, I just built it. And he got really impressed about that. And so we get it on these conference calls and stuff like that. And then there was like 211, dial 604, key pulse, 604, 2111 start, and that puts you into Vancouver's old system. And it's like this conference call, and you get like an infinite number of people up there. But you had to have the technology to get up there, so only the elite people had it. All the people who were up there were really knowledgeable about the internal workings of the phone company. And they started giving me these O codes, like 212.